What's good, YouTube? I'm back for another video. Spoiler review for The Matrix Resurrections. If you don't want spoilers, in the pinned comments down below, I will have the link to the non-spoiler review. And that video is about 9 minutes long. So this video might be a little shorter because I've already spoke a lot about the movie in that video. I just didn't tell you any spoilers. So here, try to keep it a little shorter and just speak on some of the spoilers. So let's get it. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Let's get this out the way off jump. Trinity is now the one, so is Neo, but Trinity has now become the one as well. And they also tell us she's always been the one, and together they're like mega OP together, and that's why they resurrected them in this movie, The Machine World. Neil Patrick Harris is now the new architect, so technically the new architect is actually the one that resurrected them or talked the machines into doing it. He says it cost them money. I had to talk the suits into resurrecting you guys, and it cost a lot of money. Like, I was like, that confused me. I was like, what do you mean that cost you a lot of money? You guys this is a machine world, this is the Matrix. Do you mean somehow in the Matrix it cost it? I don't know. I didn't understand why he said that. That was just a weird freaking line of dialogue. I had no clue. I had no clue what he meant by cost of money. Does this machine world spend money? I don't know, bro. And Trinity was OP, bro. Neo throughout this movie, as he's gaining his memories and confidence and stuff, he's still not the fighter we've seen before. He's still using some of his the one powers. And you've seen in the trailers where he puts his hands up and he's stopping bullets, or basically like a force push. And he does that a lot in this movie. I think that's like his main thing. Besides, like, I know kung fu, he's spamming the force push and bullet block throughout this whole movie. There's this part in the movie where he tries to fly, he can't fly. There's another part in the movie where him and Trinity try to fly, and Trinity flies. First attempt. She's never even done it before, let alone just now knowing she's the one. She's flying, and Neo doesn't. Neo gets to fly later. The last 4 seconds of the film, you see Trinity and Neo flying separately. I was like, I swear if she's holding his hand, bro. I was like, I needed to see Neo fly. I needed to see it. And I'm glad I saw it, bro. Even if it was for 3 seconds, I'm glad I saw Neo flying. But the beginning of the movie was pretty cool. We see Morpheus. He's not really Morpheus. He's this code I think Neo's subconscious wrote, so he could try to help find Neo and bring him back to the light. But that Morpheus, I mean, for what it was, yeah, Abdul, you did a good job, I guess, bro. You look tight in a suit. I like, people look, some of these characters look cool in the Matrix, I gotta say. It's just a cool look, to be in the Matrix. You got a nice suit on, got the glasses. It's tight. And we get an Agent Smith. He's Agent Smith, but he's not really Agent Smith. He's like a reskin. And you see that right here. He's Neo's boss. Neo, before he's woken up, he's brainwashed into the new Matrix, where he thinks the past movies become video games, and he's helping create them, and he thinks these like visions and dreams he's having, he can't decide whether they're real or if they're just the game, that they're creating. And they kind of have this like board group meeting where they're talking about how they're gonna create a new game, Matrix 4. Basically, like, we're watching Matrix 4. They're talking about creating Matrix 4, the video game. And I like that aspect, how he's trying to figure out what's real and what's not real, what's fake and what's reality. I kind of really enjoyed the first half of the movie. And I even enjoyed when they go back to, well, there is no Zion anymore. So they go to Io, he meets Niobe. And Niobe actually tries to lock him up because he wants to go save Trinity. And she thinks because Trinity's the last, because they had Neo and Trinity, and the new Matrix needs Neo and Trinity inside of the Matrix to keep the new Matrix the way it is. And she thinks if they go free Trinity, that the peace that they have will be over, and that Io will be attacked and they'll lose everything that they've had for all these years. But obviously he's able to go and try to save Trinity, and he does. And another thing I thought that was pretty interesting was they couldn't find Neo and Trinity for so long, like people like the real world, because the Matrix gave them a new skin within the Matrix. Neo looked like this old bald dude with gray hair, and he didn't look like Neo. But Trinity went by Tiffany, and she looked like a completely different girl too to the rest of the people inside the Matrix. That's why the real world could never find them. They thought they were dead, basically. They even thought that Neo was gonna turn on them because they thought maybe he stayed there and started working with the machines. I was like, God damn, y'all are savage. Fuck. You think my boy gonna turn his back on y'all like that? God damn. This movie wasn't too bad, but it's not. They didn't need to make this movie. And I don't like that Trinity also became the one and has always been the one. They could have just kept it as Neo and he wanted to go save Trinity, but they had to add that in there. They did this thing where they changed where you have to pick up a telephone to be taken out of the Matrix. They changed it to where you need to hack into a mirror and like kind of walk through it. And they were trying to act like it was some upgrade. I mean, like, either way, you have to find a mirror, hack into it, or find a phone. Like, they didn't make it any easier, in my opinion, to like be taken out of the Matrix. And it sounded like they were acting like it was like an upgrade. I was like, you still gotta find a mirror, you gotta hack into the mirror, you gotta find a phone, you gotta hack into the phone. Either way, you gotta find something and get to it. So I thought that was kind of weird. They didn't have to do it, but it's whatever. Maybe they wanted to have fun with the visual effect of like walking into a mirror and seeing the mirror turn goopy. And yeah, I think a lot of characters had good fight choreography except Neo. Neo just wasn't the Neo we used to know in the old movies. He wasn't fighting as good. And then he was like really rugged and seemed like he was untrained, even though he had all his memories back. And you would think he could just like they could upload, if they had to re-upload the fighting styles into him, they could have tried. But he just wasn't that fighter anymore. He was still whooping ass, but I mean it didn't have that style to it that Neo has. Which was a letdown for me. I was trying to see Neo go hard, bro. He just kept spamming that force push. We don't really see nothing new from Neo in this movie, to be honest. But yeah, man, I don't know how this movie's gonna play with a lot of people. You might like all these changes and additions that they're doing in here for the Matrix. If they do make more movies, I hope that those are better than this. They have to be, because Neo looked like he ended up in this movie. He was flying. I think he's gonna have all that style back. But my grade for this movie is a C. I'm gonna give it a flat C. I would say just watch this movie on HBO Max. I mean, hey, it's still got some visuals in there. If you really want to go to the theater, and you'll still have a good time, I'm sure of it. I'm sure you'll still enjoy yourself. But if what you heard kind of steers you in the direction to just watch it at home, then go ahead and watch it at home. Go ahead and watch it at the house. Sit back, relax, turn that HBO Max on. Have a good time. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments down below. I'm just the guy with a camera and a mic and a mouse. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong. Just a little subscribe. Subscribe is mighty I don't see nothing wrong. Go ahead and hit that like button. Oh, you know I like that. Oh, now you better hit subscribe. Oh, bitch, you gonna die.